Welcome to the Mobile Hunters Dojo 10-Minute Tuesday. I'm your host, Matt Lear, and we're going to jump right in. So what is 10-Minute Tuesdays? Well, it was an idea from a friend of mine named Ryan. You may know him as Saddle Hunter on Instagram or on YouTube. I was talking with him, trying to brainstorm some ways to bring more value to the listener. And he said, hey, how about a no-frills, right to the point podcast where you speak for like 10 minutes. And I think he came up with the name 10-Minute Tuesday. And I thought, that sounds amazing. Can I steal that idea? He said, yes. And here we are. And so each week when you tune in on Tuesday, that's what you're going to get. Straight to the point, no intro, no music, just me jumping on here, talking about either a tactic or, a mindset idea or personal development idea or anything else that jumps in my mind. So we're going to jump right into it. We're going to talk about actually a pillar of the dojo, and that's forging a mindset of success. And so what does that mean? Well, it means that we believe that if we put our minds to it, we can get it done. And well, okay, man, that sounds good. My mom told me that since I was a little kid, but it doesn't always work out that way. I get it. But there are certain things that you can do to actually get your mind in that place. And one of those techniques is what I call kind of manifesting your own destiny. And I know it sounds kind of funny, sounds a little, kind of space cadet or mystical, and it's not that. I believe your mind, when it believes something, will subconsciously start moving you in that direction. I've used this technique in multiple areas of my life. And one simple way that I do that is actually writing SMART goals down and then creating a vision board. Putting that goal in front of my face day in and day out makes me, feel like I can achieve it. And the way that I do it is on a vision board, and this can be done on many ways. I have one on my phone. So when I pick up my phone, look at the time or somebody calls, whatever, that background is my vision board. And it's a set of pictures of the desired outcome. So it's not like one day I hope. No, it's what it looks like when I achieve it. So I got out of shape over the last year and a half. Right now on my phone, in one of the collage pictures, is a picture of me at like my fittest. And so every day I look at it and I see that, and that is the goal. That's what I look like when I achieve my goal. And it drives me every day to work out, eat right. It's a constant reminder. In fact, I took it to such an extreme level. I actually had a poster made of me without my shirt on when I was at my fittest. I know it sounds funny, but that poster's up on the wall. And every time I'm down here recording, I can see it. I look at it. And where I record is in my gym. And so oftentimes it leads me to work out. You can do this with, a caliber of buck that you're after. You can do this with, even like family life. I've got a picture. One of my goals this year is to, develop more one-on-one time with my kids. And so I have a picture of my kids on my phone. It's a constant reminder. And then I break down, those goals into actionable steps. That's just why I use the SMART goals. And you can Google SMART goals and learn how to do that. But constantly thinking about, what will the goal look like? What will it feel like? What will I look like when I achieve this goal? And I also have a larger vision board on my computer, and it breaks down in all areas of life, from professional to hunting to physical to spiritual. This is something that I look at. It's in front of my face every single day. If you can't forget your goals, you're more likely to achieve them. And a lot of times we write down a goal in a book and we set it aside, and then that's it. We might pull it out maybe once a month, but when you have a vision board in a place, and on your phone is one of the best places to put it, and you'll see it every single day. I'm telling you right now, test it out. I know it sounds funny. You may feel goofy putting it together when you do it, but when you put it together and you look at it every day, ask yourself after like 2 or 3 weeks if you feel more confident about achieving those goals. And I'm going to tell you the answer is yes. So that's that's the first thing I want to jump into about developing a mindset of success. Create SMART goals, put those SMART goals into a vision board, and look at them every single day and make moves based off of the strategies that you've made in your SMART goals to get those goals accomplished. And I'm going to tell you, when you walk into the woods or whatever area of life that you've been wanting to improve, your confidence level is going to be much higher and you believe you can get it done. The next thing I want to jump into, the last thing for this podcast today, because we got 4 minutes, 16 seconds left, is this idea. It's a tactic. It's a hunting tactic of not setting up unless you have a hypothesis for being there, unless you know or feel like you're going to kill. And I know that sounds crazy if you haven't done that yet, because you're going to say, well, Matt, we oftentimes don't kill. You're right, we don't. But I don't sit unless I feel like I'm going to kill. So I'm walking in, and what I used to do was I walk in and go, okay, this looks like a good spot. There's some sign here. I'm going to sit up and hope that that buck who left that sign is going to come here. I don't do that now. I walk in. Oftentimes I scout my way in. I'm reading the sign, and I'm developing a hypothesis of, okay, this sign was laid at this time. He's coming from this direction. He's probably going over to this direction. I feel like I've got a firm understanding. I'm going to set up, and I'm going to kill tonight. And then, a lot of times I don't kill, but I'll tell you what, sitting there thinking that you're going to kill, believing that you're going to kill is a way better feeling than sitting there hoping that you're going to kill. And when I don't kill, I take the information from that night. Here's what I thought was going to happen. Here's what did happen. Why didn't it work out? And I'm going to build another hypothesis and go back out to the woods and implement it. Now, there is another time that I do sit when I don't think I'm going to kill. And that is when I'm actually trying to get more information. And so it's called an observation stand. It's nothing new, but I will sit in an area where I feel like, man, I just don't have all the pieces. But if I sit from this vantage point, I might be able to grab a little bit more info. And a lot of times that means I'm kind of in the game. So I still feel like there's a chance I can kill, but most likely I'm going to at least get some information that's going to be able to propel me towards my goal. I'm going to get some information that's going to set me up for the kill. And so if I am not doing an observation stand and I don't feel like I'm going to kill, if I don't feel like I have the pieces or hypothesis for sitting there, I'm leaving. I'm not sitting. I'm not going to waste that time hoping that a deer walks in. I'm going to go and scout my way out. And I'm going to grab some more information so that next time I come back, I can sit feeling like I'm going to kill. So that's it for this week. Again, this is what you're going to get. You're going to get straight to the point. Some weeks we're going to talk, maybe all mindset or personal development. Some weeks it's going to be all tactics, but we're going to get right to it. And hopefully this is something that you find value in. Tell you what, go to the postings on Facebook and Instagram, interact with this conversation. I'd love to hear what you think about some of this stuff. Also, tune in on Thursday. We've got an amazing podcast coming up. You're going to love it. And then we'll be back next Tuesday, and we'll do this every week. So I appreciate you coming in for the native voyage today of the 10-minute Tuesday, and we'll see you Thursday. And again, we'll see you next week. Have a good one.